Hello, you join me here on the dueling fields at Billy Goat Wargaming. This is the Duelling Gamette from Peter Pig, where two dashingly handsome characters, who I'll introduce you to in a minute, are about to settle an issue that they have using the Peter Pig Gamette duel rules, which are available for free from the Peter Pig website. These are a very simple set of rules, but quite good fun. So let me introduce you to the characters before we go on to the game. So in the red shirt here, we have Sir James, St. Frothingham Sides, looking resplendent in his red shirt there. And his second is Archibald Potter, who's there just to ensure things go okay. And he's got his horse there ready to ride away on. And opposing him today we have Lord Casper Diligent of Camberness, who's gone for the more straightforward white shirt and green trousers look. His seconder is his Batman, if you wish, David Lamplighter, with a nice grey horse. The referee today is Sir Hopely Smithers, who will drop the handkerchief to commence the duel. And the lovely Lady Tennis Elbow is here to see who wins and see who she's going to run away with. But this game is a quite simple little game of dice to decide the winner. So we have 3 stages to look at, the first of which is called the setting the stage, and we use a table to decide on the reason for the duel. Here is that said table. So player 1, who will be Sir James, rolls across the top of this chart here. So let's see what he rolls. He rolls a 6, there's a good start. So it's all about money. But what does Lord Casper have to say for it? Lord Casper says the estate has been lost due to financial mismanagement, and it's obviously a matter of absolute honour that this issue is settled on the dueling fields. So we move to stage 2, where ordinarily we would secretly write down 6, 9 or 12 dice in the ability columns, which I've done here already, and we have the abilities of weapon ability. So Sir James isn't great with his pistol, but he's been practicing a fair bit and he's very confident. So W is weapon ability, P is practice, C is confidence. Whereas Lord Casper is somewhat different. He's absolutely very well handled of a pistol. Similar amount of practice to Sir James, but he isn't quite as confident for some reason. Maybe it's because the Lady Tennis Elbow is watching on. So that's part that's already been decided under secretly writing down the abilities. Players roll to see who goes first. Highest score chooses which ability category to do first, and this is a simple D6 roll. So we'll go pink for Casper, orange for James. Highest roll has it, and it is Casper. So he will choose weapon ability to go first. So now, as is familiar to many people who have played Peter Pig rules before, this is a bucket of dice mechanic, and we're going to look at opposed rolls. So 4, 5s or 6s are successes, and we need 12 dice for Casper's weapon ability. And 4, 5s or 6s are successes. So let's have a look what we get here. So I'll take away the failures. So that's not brilliant. He's actually only got 4 successes there, so we'll leave those then there to remind us. up against 6 from Sir James. And they take a step apart on the field as the handkerchief drops. And we have 4 successes for Sir James, which means there's no bonus for either side, and that has worked out rather well for James. So he's already fairly confident, but he is even more confident now. So Casper now will move on to, he's going to go for confidence. And he's hoping that this will be a similar outcome to what just happened in the 6v6, 6v12 roll against him. So 4 5s and 6s. And he gets 4 successes. Okay. 6, 9, 12. Now Sir James really needs to capitalise on this. And they take another step apart on the dueling field, getting closer to the shot. So let's look at the orange dice. And that is a resounding success for Sir James. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 successes. He's won that by 5. Confidence by 5, which means if we look at the chart, if you win by 3 on confidence, you intimidate your opponent. You decide if he re-rolls his next category d6 or not. And that's interesting because they are equal on practice, which is the last category to roll for. And here they go. So this is on practice now to see who practiced hardest. And that is 5 successes, and James is going to ask Casper to re-roll those. And that's a little bit better. It's only 4 successes. So that was worth re-rolling. Now, can James get the upper hand in 2 of the 3 categories? I think he probably can. He's only failed 2. And that is 6, 7. So he's won that by 3. On practice, and we look at the chart. Re-roll next category twice if desired. Well, that doesn't matter because he wins the category by 3, and he's going to be able to use those victories now in the shot, which is coming up. Both men turn to take the shot. So we look at the shot stage. So we record the total number of winning margins. So that is a winning margin of 8 for Sir James. If a player has 0, he has misfired, a flash in the pan, or gone off half-cocked. This will mean his opponent cannot get injured. So we know already that unfortunately Lord Casper has missed. If both players have a margin, then both duelists can get injured. Roll this number of d6, and a 4, 5 or 6 is a success. And we have 8 dice. And we're looking for 4, 5s and 6s. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 successes. There's a heavy wound, a massive chest wound. The umpire can put his finger into it, and does, but unfortunately Lord Casper probably won't survive. And there could be an extra event here as well. But there is no extra event. And Lord Casper falls. And Lady Tennis Elbow comes across to console, along with David Lamplighter. And there you go, that is the duel. So well done to Sir James. Honour is served. And apparently there might not have been as much financial mismanagement as first anticipated. And that is how you play the duel. Played in a matter of minutes, just something to do at the end of an evening when the rest of the gaming has finished.